Oh yeah, we going here.
That's so fun. Coolest plugin I ever used. Arcade. It's used by the top artists and producers in the game. You can chop samples, lay out instruments.
Damn, can I not skip
or
the
use
ads?
loops, all in one place. Come on now. When you have a plugin that good, that's all you really need. If you want to try it out, you can sign up for a 7-day free trial. I love how
Jay-Z and Beyonce have been one of the most iconic couples in Hollywood over the past.
Hey, Rock Nation, don't come for me after I react to this. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just seeing what they talking about.
Last couple of decades. For a long time, the majority of fans have loved them and aspired to have a relationship like theirs. But over the years, many conspiracy theories have followed them as well, especially recently with all of this stuff that has come out against Diddy. However, the dark and disturbing conspiracy theories have followed them ever since their relationship began in 2001. After meeting each other in the year 2000, Jay-Z and Beyonce began dating in 2001, when Beyonce was 19 and Jay-Z was 31, which was already a little strange right off the bat. Regardless, both of them were already fairly successful as artists. Jay-Z had multiple successful albums out, had hit the Billboard charts a few times, and had also worked with artists like Mariah Carey, Biggie, and Kanye. He also
Whole time, like, a lot of y'all niggas don't know, like, niggas be in the background and shit, but like me, you feel me? Like, I was doing shit like this too, you know what I'm saying? I built a lot of artists, you feel me? A lot of the shit y'all be hearing from Gravy the Bastard, you know, I put down a lot of bars for him. But yeah, so just, you know, tap in to, you know what I'm saying, a lot of HQ that y'all hear, just be like, damn, like, who was behind it? It was me.
created his record label, Rockefeller Records. Around the same time,
Christopher Records.
Beyonce was coming up with Destiny's Child, and they also had their fair share of chart-topping hits. And despite the crazy amount of success that they already had, as I'm sure most of you guys know, they went on to become some of the biggest artists ever. With Jay-Z becoming a huge music mogul aside from his personal success as an artist, I mean, Jay-Z's been called the greatest rapper of all time by multiple publications, and Beyonce one of the greatest vocalists and entertainers of all time as well. So these two were destined to become a power couple, and that's exactly what they became. The two have collaborated on multiple songs over the years, which helped both of their careers. Jay-Z has released iconic albums like The Blueprint and 444. He's also had many successful business ventures over the years, companies like Rockaware and the 4040 Club, along with his acquisition of Tidal. On top of that, Rockefeller has helped to produce artists like Kanye, Cameron, Beanie Siegel, Jadakiss, and more. Because of all of this, Jay-Z became hip-hop's first billionaire and most recently has an estimated net worth of $2.5 billion. He's one of the best-selling artists of all time and has won 24 Grammys. On the flip side, Beyonce has put out tons of extremely successful albums and is the only woman in history to have 20 top 10 songs as a solo artist and 10 as a member of a group. She, like Jay-Z, is also one of the best-selling artists of all time, selling over 200 million copies, and she's also won 32 Grammys. Jay-Z and Beyonce got married in 2008. Their first child was born in 2012, and they had twins in 2017. Because of their immense success and their success stories and all of that, their relationship has been coveted by the public for quite a while. It's clear that they were a power couple, as they were two of the most successful artists and business people of all time.
Bro, Beyonce so bad though, like, y'all see this, like they always got her draped out and shit, like, let me find some shit like Beyonce, bro. It's gonna be over for the whole world, like, niggas not even gonna talk to me no more, I ain't gonna talk to niggas, you feel me, like, nah, bro, I'm with my girl, bro, like, I'm finna disappear damn near, you feel what I'm saying? It's gonna be like, I was here, then I wasn't, real shit though. Let me find a Beyonce. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas out here, they be thinking that they just gonna find something. Like, nah, me, nigga, I know I'm finna get me my Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like one day I meet some, and when she starts singing, I'm gonna be in the track like this, making the beat and shit. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna make my artist. I'm gonna make her into a star. Real shit.
When it came to Hollywood. And when you
remember, I said this so then y'all could pull this clip when shit happens, and we gonna be like, oh my God, Chris, you said you was gonna do it. Like, Feel what I'm saying?
You are this powerful and successful, you are bound to have some conspiracy theories following you around. For years, one of the main theories was that Jay-Z and Beyonce were members of the Illuminati. This theory, of course, was supported by very shaky evidence, at least at its inception. For example, one of the main reasons was that Jay-Z and Beyonce would throw up a triangle symbol, which, if you remember, a decade ago was heavily associated with the Illuminati and the all-seeing eye. I mean, back in middle school, I remember every meme was like Illuminati confirmed with the X-Files music and the triangle in the background. In reality, though, this hand sign is supposed to be a diamond that references his label Rockefeller, because a diamond is a rock, if you know what I mean. So a lot of people just call it throwing up the rock. Regardless, Jay and Beyonce throwing this up has raised eyes from theorists, especially when Beyonce threw that up during her Super Bowl performance in 2013. On top of that, some of their imagery in their music videos has also garnered some attention. For example, in the music video for Jay-Z's song On to the Next One, there's imagery like crucifixes and skulls that resemble Baphomet, which many people think is referencing the Illuminati or Jay-Z selling his soul to the devil, and Beyonce has also been suspected of this stuff for similar reasons. For example, some people believe that playing her song Single Ladies backwards reveals a bunch of meanings like the world will bow to me, people's tears will fall. I mean, some of the comments on this video just go to show how many crazy things people were thinking, and I'm gonna interject my opinion here real quick. When you play a song backwards and someone tells you what to hear, you're probably going to hear that thing. That's just how your brain works, and it's kind of like the whole Yanny and Laurel thing, so that's not good evidence at all. Regardless, for this and her other imagery, people thought she too was in the Illuminati. On top of all of that stuff, a lot of people point to this clip of Kanye calling out Jay-Z, asking Jay not to kill him, and instead asking Jay to call him.
I've been sent here to give y'all my truth, even at the risk of my own life, even at the risk of my own success, my own career. I've been sent here to give y'all the truth. Jay-Z called me, bro. You still ain't called me.
One thing y'all don't know is, like, look, a lot of niggas be thinking, like, damn, Ye crazy, and he is crazy. But, like, what if some of the stuff he was saying was really true, though? Boom. Feel what I'm saying? Whole time, a lot of the shit, like, what if, like, some of the shit he was saying was true, and we just wasn't opening our eyes to what really some of the truth was, you know what I'm saying? We was closing our eyes and turning the other way. Y'all think about that one. Hold on to your seats now.
Jay-Z called me. Hey, bro, Jay-Z, I know you got killers. Please don't send them at my head. Just call me. Talk to me like a man.
This clip was taken from Kanye's notorious St. Pablo tour, where he said a lot of other crazy and controversial things, all of which led to him canceling multiple shows and going to a mental health hospital. Kanye has since claimed that they, or a group of elites, possibly involved with Jay-Z, have had him medicated under the guise of bipolar disorder to keep him quiet. And to be entirely fair to this part of the theory, the text messages from Kanye's trainer are definitely very strange. And this wasn't the last time that Kanye had spoke on Jay-Z either, as more recently he talked about the elites controlling him.
They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James.
Oh, nah. Don't talk about my GOAT. He ain't controlled by nobody except himself.
They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce,
But not you, man.
but they can't control me.
not
You see, it
you.
ain't no name I won't name.
Exactly.
It's up.
But we're getting ahead of ourselves, because Kanye's comments really fueled these conspiracy theories about Jay-Z back in 2016. It got to the point where both Jay-Z and Beyonce commented on the Illuminati stuff, with Jay-Z saying on the song Freemason, "I said that I was a Mason, not that I'm a Mason." He also said, "Am I down with the devil cause my roof come up missing? Is that Lucifer juice in that 2-cup he's sipping?" Basically, he was saying that people were pinning his success on his ties to a group like the Illuminati, or suggesting that he sold his soul to the devil, and clearly he doesn't agree with this stuff. Beyonce also said in one of her songs, "Y'all haters corny with that."
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete
That Illuminati.
I ain't gonna lie, imagine like real shit, like just being, cause it could just be, you know what I'm saying, they just successful and like, you know, niggas just, cause the white man could have just put this into our head. You feel what I'm saying? That to be successful as a black person, you gotta be Illuminati or something. And a lot of y'all just over here just, yeah, they Illuminati. But y'all ain't realize the control that they got over y'all. Feel what I'm saying? How come there ain't no white Illuminatis? Yeah, I bet y'all ain't never thought about that. I bet y'all ain't never thought about that one.
Nice. Regardless, these theories of Jay-Z and Beyonce belonging to a group of shady elites have evolved even further today, with many people suggesting that they were up to even darker practices, more so than just putting weird symbols in their music videos, which brings us back to the beginning of their relationship in 2001. At this point in the video, I do want to say a lot of this stuff I'm going to be talking about is just conspiracy theories and the stuff I have talked about. There really isn't much solid proof for a lot of what I'm going to say, and I'm saying this because a lot of the things they're accused of are extremely serious, and I don't want to be the guy who just levies random accusations with no basis. And I'm not telling you guys what to think. I'm not saying that none of this is true or none of it isn't true, but I just want to give you guys the actual facts so that you can make your own decisions and conclusions. You'll see why I'm saying this here in a second. And this is because one of the main theories lately that's being suggested about Beyonce is that she's some sort of evil mastermind who wants to control and dominate the female music industry. At least that's kind of what people seem to
She killed Left Eye.
getting at, so let me explain. Back when people were accusing the couple of being members of the Illuminati, they also made darker assumptions that Beyonce was linked to the death of the rising singer Aaliyah. Rolling Stone said, "The far reaches of the internet even link Beyonce's rise to fame with R&B singer Aaliyah's untimely death in 2001, with theorists claiming that Aaliyah was killed because she had tried to get out from under the Illuminati's control. According to that narrative, Aaliyah was meant to be the rightful queen of the music industry, but after her death, Beyonce stepped in to take her place." And this is the thing about these theories.
I'm tripping. It was Aaliyah, yeah.
Sometimes they include like the Illuminati, sometimes they don't. Sometimes it's just like the shady elites. And I think in general they're interchangeable. Theorists have also pointed to J. Cole's song She Knows from 2013 when he referenced Beyonce, Aaliyah, and Left Eye, one of the members of TLC who tragically passed away in a car crash in 2002. And while the mention doesn't have any direct correlation to the theory on the song, people often point out how both Aaliyah and Left Eye, supposed competitors of Beyonce around that time, passed away in 2001 and 2002 respectively.
Name 5 Left Eye songs. Gun to the back of your head, name 5 Left Eye songs. I know a lot of y'all niggas can't do that.
This idea that Beyonce was now queen of the music industry has resurfaced
Where was the competition?
recently with all of the P. Diddy stuff that's coming out, thanks to people like Cat Williams and Jaguar Wright, who are claiming that a lot of industry secrets are going to be exposed.
All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is, TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all.
With this idea in mind, a lot of people have been saying that female artists in particular are forced to thank Beyonce when they win awards, typically Grammys, out of fear. It may have something to do with the fact that Beyonce, despite winning 32 Grammys, has yet to win Album of the Year. But people online have been putting together these compilations of artists thanking Beyonce.
The artist of my life is Beyonce in this album for me. We fucking adore you. You are our light.
Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time. One of the best videos of all time.
To Beyonce.
Say thank you to Beyonce, just so we keep the community safe.
Beyonce, woo, thank you so much. You clearly are the artist of our lives.
Thank you, Beyonce. You're amazing. Yeah.
The fact that Beyonce made a country record changed the game.
Beyonce and I started out around the same time, and just like all of her fans, I fell in love with her.
Again, these theories so far don't hold much weight and are just speculation, especially because of what people think may happen if the artists don't thank her. For example, there was a tweet posted to Twitter with nearly 600,000 likes from the artist Sia. The tweet reads, "Baby, everything your own nice cat eats, kangaroo is dead, nowhere and purple penguins every day, my egg." Which obviously doesn't make any sense, but it spells out Beyonce kidnapped me if you take the first letter of each word.
Niggas is solving riddles and shit with shit that don't even need to be riddled out. But why did she write like this? Sia weird, bro. She thinks she the Riddler or something? Was she trying to give us something like the whole time? What if she was really putting out a message? We had to put it together. I'm not even gonna hate no more, cause this some shit right here. I ain't gonna lie. Nigga like me, you get me with this shit, I remember I used to be watching the shows and shit when they circled all the letters. This is like, you know what I'm saying? This is damn near Morse code for a nigga like me.
To be fair, though,
happy kids, successful kids. When you...
I forgot I'm supposed to mute on these. We don't watch ads.
this tweet is fake, it was photoshopped, and it became a meme. So far we've just looked at conspiracy theories that really
Wait, I'm dumb as hell.
don't seem to have any legs to them. But after P. Diddy was recently exposed and indicted, a lot of people have been making much more serious and somewhat grounded accusations against Jay-Z and Beyonce. People believe that over the years, Jay-Z's connections to R. Kelly and P. Diddy mean that he at the very least knew about some of the stuff they were up to, and possibly was even involved. Especially when lawyers involved in Diddy's case right now are saying things like this.
The day will come when we will name names other than Sean Combs, and there's a lot of names. It's a long list already. And of course, I already know who some of these individuals are, but because of the nature of this case, we're going to make damn sure that we're right before we do that. But the names that we're going to name, assuming that our investigators confirm and corroborate what we've been told, are names that will shock you.
That lawyer even went on to say that there would be some eyebrow-raising names, which is why people think Jay-Z is involved. Diddy and Jay-Z have been friends since the 90s, when they were both going up in the music industry. They even collaborated on a track in 1997. On top of that, these two were connected to Aaliyah and R. Kelly, who were married when Aaliyah was only 15. Dame Dash...
Bro, how did they let that happen, bro? Like, real shit, bro. Who allowed Robert Kelly to marry a 15-year-old Aaliyah? And, like, this is what I be talking about, bro. We just be like, what, bro? This nigga a grown-ass man with the 15-year-old Aaliyah. Like, man, we got to do better as a community. Real shit.
Co-founded Rockefeller Records with Jay-Z and dated Aaliyah when she was actually of age, said he thought it was morally wrong for Jay-Z to do a collab album with R. Kelly when he did. Dame said, "It's morally wrong to do a project with someone that we know raped my girl or anybody for that matter." He also said Jay-Z tried getting with Aaliyah too.
I guess Jay was trying to get at her as well, and I didn't know. And then it got brought up, and I was like, "F for y'all." But it never worked out for them, and we were both like trying to get at her. I kind of eased up, but then we ran into each other. It's a long story.
So you and Jay was both getting at Aaliyah. Obviously,
everybody was getting at Aaliyah, bro.
Right.
So there.
Nah, these pedophilia ass niggas, bro. Everybody was getting at the 15-year-old. Can't do it.
Undoubtedly was some shady stuff going down in their circle, as both Diddy and R. Kelly were friends with Jay, and it's possible Jay knew some of the stuff that was going down. By 2007, Jay-Z and Diddy had been friends for a while, and at a performance at Screamfest, Diddy could be seen smacking Jay's butt a couple of times.
Nah, Jay ain't even do nothing, bro. What's going on here?
Performance at Screamfest, Diddy could be seen smacking Jay.
I would have been like, yo, cuz, back up, nigga. This nigga ain't even say like, nah or nothing, nigga. He just stood there and took it.
Diddy and Diddy had been friends for a while, and at a performance at Screamfest, Diddy could be seen smacking Jay.
Diddy a freak boy. Diddy was like, bro, this nigga Diddy was probably thinking like, nah, I don't even know what they be getting into no more, bro. Oh my God, bro. Diddy was probably thinking, ooh, I ain't mean that. I was stretching. Not part of the Illuminati. But this nigga Diddy a freak boy. Why you on stage smacking niggas' asses and shit, bro? You can't be doing that, Diddy. Like, we already know you be doing that shit behind the scenes, but now you on stage doing shit like this, bro. This is why I be saying, lock this nigga up and throw away the keys. I'm tired of saying this, but it's the goddamn truth, nigga.
Jay's butt a couple of times. Now, I personally don't think this holds that much weight in these theories like some other people do. Lots of friends tend to joke with each other like this, but to be fair, Diddy has been a little bit...
Nah, not when you know Diddy, not Diddy that type of friend. They said when Diddy like to party, you tell him no.
liberal.
He didn't say no
in some of his jokes. However, 50 Cent took this as an opportunity, as he always does, to clown on the two. It's hard to say how good of friends Diddy and Jay-Z are, but they have been seen together hanging out over the years plenty, so it's safe to assume they are at the very least well acquainted. That's why when all of this news began coming out against Diddy lately, people pointed out how quiet Jay-Z was. Also, if you're unaware of what happened with Diddy somehow, I made a whole video on it, so you guys can check that out if you want to. But basically, Diddy was caught trafficking, racketeering, essaying multiple people, and things along those lines. He was indicted and actually has over 100 lawsuits against him. So Jay-Z's silence on this matter has had a lot of people looking at him sideways. 50 Cent even made a joke about it, as he always does, on his Instagram saying, "Anybody seen Jay?" Puff said he ain't been answering his phone. He's commented more in interviews saying that people who aren't talking about it are probably scared because they were involved.
You have something huge coming up.
Real shit, though.
Which is a documentary about P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Did he do it, right?
Yeah.
I know
He did it.
you've been heavy on social
he
media.
did.
He did it.
Talking about it.
He did it. And I'm the only one who's been vocal about.
Let me show y'all something. These videos hold the same weight.
What's poppin'? Nothing, man. I'm just tired of all this shit going on with my parents. Dad didn't make bail. He wants us to come visit. Does that mean he's guilty?
I told you, I knew your dad for a long time. He did that shit. You guilty as fuck.
He did that shit. He guilty as fuck. Real shit.
This long before it actually.
Oh, you've been saying this for a long time now, and then no one was, they're just, why is he saying this? And now it's coming out like crazy. I mean,
But I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to those parties.
Yeah.
So a lot of the celebrity culture that you don't hear saying anything is because they participated.
So this is why many people have been pointing the finger at Jay-Z and Beyonce, suspecting they had some sort of involvement in the Diddy situation. Things got even more serious in the past 2 weeks when Piers Morgan had Jaguar Wright, a singer who's worked with Jay-Z, on his show to discuss the Diddy situation. During this interview, she brought up her opinion on Jay-Z and Beyonce's suspected involvement.
Dream Hampton spearheaded the Surviving R. Kelly campaign, which fueled the Me Too campaign. And that was all funded by Sean Carter to make sure that Robert Kelly went to jail, get his lick back. Why is nobody understanding that Dream Hampton was being financed and ran by Sean Carter? They were able to go and get all of these witnesses because he was there with Robert Kelly. How does Jay-Z sit down with Gayle King and she not ask him one question about the intersection between him and Aaliyah and Robert Kelly? This is insane that people keep refusing to see what's right there.
To be clear, I couldn't find any.
Damn. I used to think Jaguar Wright might be left, but she might be right.
Articles that said that Jay-Z funded this docuseries, although I did see a few articles saying that Jay-Z declined to be interviewed for the show. She also said in this interview that Jay-Z and Beyonce are a nasty couple who do nasty things. Now, before I tell you what followed, I do think it's important to explain to you who Jaguar Wright is. Like I said, she's a singer who, despite putting out her own solo music, is probably most known for working with people like Jay-Z and The Roots. In the past 5 or so years, she has been making headlines quite often for making a variety of claims, like saying that Mary J. Blige is hiding her true sexuality, and she accused Common of essaying her, which got to the point where Common had to step in and make a statement.
We say this, man, God bless Jaguar. I really don't have any negative thoughts towards her. I was for surely disappointed and hurt when she said what she said about me because it wasn't true, and I know people that have experienced.
Nah, not my nigga Common, bro. See, now she tripping, bro. Not my nigga Common, bro. No, let me find out, bro.
For assault, and that's not anything to just say if it's not true. But I also just understand that she may be going through some things that I don't understand.
Over the years, she's made a ton of
If you're a man who makes at least 150 grand a year and you're still embarrassed to take your shirt off at the pool, I will get you shredded like a god for the summer.
Claims, and in 2020 had an interview with Real Life Productions that has over 2 million views where she is making tons of similar claims. And based on the reception, it looks like a ton of people believe her. In 2022, she even made the claim that Diddy forced a singer to perform fellatio on him. And keep in mind, this was over a year before people were constantly coming out with similar claims about P. Diddy. So there's two things that could be happening here. Jaguar Wright could have a deep knowledge of the music industry and its darkest secrets, or she could just be making as many accusations and claims as possible and occasionally getting some of them right. Someone on Reddit said she might be right about some of the stuff regarding Diddy, but I'm guessing a lot of it was already known in the music industry. And even a broken clock like Jaguar Wright is right twice a day. And similar to this person's perspective, many people in the actual music industry have written her off as mentally ill. Recently, she was arrested in Dallas for property theft totaling between $30,000 and $150,000 and claimed it was due to her speaking out, according to Vibe. So that's the important background information about Jaguar Wright. And after she went on Piers Morgan and made those claims about Jay-Z and Beyonce, she started a fire. It got to the point that Piers Morgan was reached out to by Jay-Z and Beyonce's lawyers. The lawyer said, Piers Morgan's irresponsible broadcast filled with lies is so far over the line that a legal ultimatum was warranted. Nobody acting under the guise of journalism can elicit outrageous statements from exploitative situations in an effort to drive clicks and not have to answer for that. Because of this, Piers Morgan apologized and trimmed a segment from his show.
Well, last week I interviewed Jaguar Wright, a singer-songwriter who's made claims about Diddy for years. Those claims had already received a lot of attention in the media across many platforms for many years. And that's the thing about platforms. The reality of the modern world is that pretty much everyone has a platform as long as they have something to say that other people want to hear. That's why we invited her on to be interviewed. The people making these claims have an audience with or without shows like mine. Well, Jaguar Wright unexpectedly made several serious allegations about Jay-Z and Beyonce during that interview. As I said in the moment, they were not present to respond or defend themselves, but now they have. Their lawyers contacted us to say that those claims were totally false and have no basis in fact, and we've therefore complied with the legal request to cut them from the original interview. Editing interviews is not something we do lightly at a show called Uncensored. But, like the proverbial cries of fire in a crowded theatre, there are legal limits on us too. And we apologise to Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Again, there are two ways to take this. Beyonce and Jay-Z didn't want crazy and disrespectful misinformation like this on the internet, or they really did what Jaguar was saying, so they wanted to keep it quiet. Regardless, this only made the situation bigger, and the same day that Piers apologized, Jaguar again went on Real Life Productions for another interview. Again, she was stirring the pot and made an hour's worth of more huge claims, and also spoke on the theory that Jay-Z and Beyonce were involved in the death of Aaliyah.
I want you to think about this. Sean Carter is responsible for enacting Hype Williams to put Aaliyah on a faulty plane to move her out the way as punishment for rejecting him, and so he could level up Beyonce, who was struggling. Let's just say allegedly that happened. Now I want you to think about 106th and Park with Mary J. Blige. Free, who is a victim of Sean Carter.
Yeah.
Mary J. Blige, who is a victim of Sean Combs, are sitting there talking about the death of Aaliyah amongst each other. Think about that. You got a Diddy victim, you got a Jay-Z victim, and you got a superstar gone. They know what happened. And yet, they had to sit there and have that conversation like they didn't know who did it. Allegedly.
This TikTok in particular got 15 million views, with damn near every comment saying they believe her. Whether or not you believe Jaguar Wright's claims.
Chat, I don't know, chat.
It's entirely up to you, but she's been making headlines almost daily for some of the stuff she's saying. More recently, there was a guy named Jason Lee, a podcaster slash YouTuber slash TV guy who was in things like Love and Hip Hop, created Hollywood Unlocked and has his own podcast called The Jason Lee Show, he made some big claims. He said on his podcast that Jay-Z called him to put out the flames, and he also said, "Jay-Z, I know you're watching because you got people calling me. Stop having people call me. You can call me yourself. You know how to get my number. You got people calling me. Call me yourself because this right here is going to go viral. I will tell you, to the audience, if I do come up missing, all the calls I've been getting have been about him." Although I will say that not too many people believe this guy. Someone said risking your life getting killed over some gossip is crazy, lol. And many others said things like, "Jason, nobody believes you. If attention seeking was an actual person, this would be it." Regardless, these theories have been going crazy all over the internet. And with all the clickbaity 40-minute videos that say absolutely nothing, I figured I'd summarize it and give you guys the facts. Beyonce has even lost a couple million followers this year, and many believe it's due to the controversy, while others think that it's just Instagram getting rid of inactive or botted accounts. So whether you love Jay-Z and Beyonce, or you think they are secretly super evil, it's possible that regardless of what you believe, Jay-Z and Beyonce may not be who you think they are. If you're curious about what other celebrities have said about Diddy over the years, since he was
shit, if that's gonna come with Beyonce, I might still be going. All right, let me chill out.
Love hard and make bad decisions. It's first Sunday, I'm still begging for Jesus. Can he save me from the fire and the Jezebel spirits? Got bad bitches walking through my thoughts like a demon. Will she take my semen, bear my seed? Can she